Hi, boys and girls. Welcome to my home and welcome to week 29 of kindergarten and our second week at home for home learning. Today, we're going to go over what you should know and what your expectations are right now for OEK, as well as learn how to use the Google Slides. And I will be using this so that you can see it at the same time as we go. All right, so one of the first things you do when you get in here is if you are watching this in a smaller thing, go into View and go into Present. Okay, at any time you need to, you can hit the Escape, the ESC, so that you can make it smaller. Okay, so this week our learning intentions are to review all of your sight words. Now, for last week, the rest of the sight words were on Schoology, so hopefully you went on there and practiced them and you practiced writing them. So one of the things you can do is get your whiteboard out, have mom, dad, brother, sister, grandma, grandpa, whoever's there with you, say a word and you hurry and write it and then show them. Okay, so that's some of the things because you need, or you can make some flashcards and go over the sight words that you don't know yet and practice and practice and practice, okay? Because you want to be able to, success is you want to be able to read them automatically and do your best at writing them. With your ABC review, there's also videos on Schoology to go through the alphabet. You always want to go through your letter names, your letter sounds every day to help you remember. You want to be able to do them in random. So get your yellow or black folder out for your tutors with your buddies, your buddy folder, and have somebody do those as quickly as you can, doing letter name and letter sound in 1 minute. Okay. You also want to be able to identify the first sounds in words. So a good thing to do is even using your sight words once again. You can go, okay, mom will tell you a sight word like the. What's the first sound in the? V. What's the first sound in come? K. So work on the first sounds. So right here says my teacher can introduce a word and I can verbally produce the first sound. So this time we're going to say my parents or whoever is helping you can do that. That you are learning and to segment a word. So that, remember to break it. So if someone says moon, you're going to go moon. If you put it together, that's blending. When you break it, it's there. If it's like shipwreck, you go shipwreck. But if it's a word like come, you go k. You take the first sound and then the rest of the word. When my teacher segments or whoever segments a word for you, then you can tell it. So if someone goes app, you say map. That you're writing stories that you can hear and write first sounds and last sounds of words. That when you write your story, you check that you have a capital and only one capital at the beginning of your sentence, unless it's somebody's name. That you have spaces and you have punctuation at the end, a period, or you have an exclamation point or a question. Remember to sing our song, I'm done. So you go, I'm done, oops, I forgot. I have to have a period, I have to have a dot, and I have to write my name. Okay? Make sure you're using the rubric that's on your writing paper that was sent home so that you can mark and check yourself. Look at those smileys. Did you make spaces all the time? Capitals in the right places? Punctuation? Oh, a little had a flirt there. Okay. Remember your digraphs, boys and girls? So I can find a digraph. So are there two letter sounds? We've worked with sh, f, w, ch. We also did the ing sister, the owl brothers, the owl sisters, a, I, a, e, a, y, or e, a. So there's different two-letter sounds. Remember those. And as you're learning to read new books, finding new two-letter sounds to work with. Okay. Remember what your vowel. Remember the vowels. Okay. A-E-I-O-U, and sometimes Y are the vowels and are the glue. I keep trying to check that so I can see the end of it. And we're always going to make sure that we have the appropriate response to stories. So even if it's informational, that means a nonfiction book or a fiction book. So if someone asks you a question about what is the funniest thing the little old lady swallowed in the book we're going to be reading today, you won't say, well, my grandma has a farm. That's not what that's not about our story. So make sure that you're asking questions or answering questions based on the stories that we hear, okay? All right. And that when you do a sentence, make sure it makes sense. So don't write for me that you say blue. Oh, I don't know what blue means. That doesn't tell me who. It doesn't tell me what. It doesn't tell me why. It doesn't tell me where. So those are things to think about when you're writing. Who's the story about? What did they do? Why did they do it? Where were they when they did that? So things to think about. Okay? This time, then you click the video or click this page and you're going to come up with this. Now, if you're doing the slideshow and you're done with this video explanation, you can just let this part play, okay? And you're going to listen to the story, the whole story. One of the things you can do, let's go back. When the story happens is that you can play it on your TV if you click this button right here, or you can go to full screen. All right. So when you get done listening to this tutorial, then you'll go through, listen to There Was an Old Lady Who Swallowed a Chick, because you do know how I love our little old lady stories. Okay, when you're done with this page and you've listened to the story, then we will come back in and we will do this part. All right? Thank you, boys and girls.